But no, Beth York goes crashing down. Determination, the suffering, the ability to... And she's unleashed everything in this attack. See just how much that win means to him. All the marvels. Kayla versus Allison, and to the line. Kayla Laguna takes the victory. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the CVRcade World Cup After Party. As always, my name is CVRcade. We've already been live once earlier today in Zone E, and it was so much fun. We still have some of the comments left over in the chat that's just filled with F's. And if you don't understand why that is there, go back. Either rewatch the highlights on Facebook or rewatch the entire stream here on Mixer. It is worth it. But the CVRcade World Cup has come to its end. Season 1 has gone. It's in the rearview mirror. But now we're enjoying the parade after it. It's the after party. Everyone from across all teams come together, and now they ride together. We chat Christmas, we chat gameplay, we chat Season 2, what can we expect, and we just have a bit of fun. These events that are in the after party of the CVRcade World Cup are eligible for both physical riders and non-physical. So today we've got Nigel Doyle, who's streaming in from New Zealand. He's riding physically. You've got Moti P. Kelney and his teammate Luis Soberanese, who are getting ready to ride. But then, non-physically as well, you've got Timothy Tamont, who is sitting down on his chair, but that's not going to stop him from sitting in all Lycra, so he's in here. And you've also got Batista, who is Miss Sunshower, who is one of the long-time fans of the channel. So, Batista, Sunshower, thank you for always being amazing. Today, we're just going to make the rounds. We're going to have some fun. We've got 2 hours ahead of us where we're going to chat to you, Mixer. We're going to chat to the racers. And we're going to see them have both a group ride atmosphere, but I'm sure it's going to get a bit competitive. Now, Nigel, last time we saw you in the stream, it was Christmas costumes, it was Frank Garcia as a shark, it was Nigel Doyle as a penguin, all sort of things were thrown out. I think all things due, how was your Christmas party?
Oh, very good, very good. I behaved myself, didn't get into any mischief or overdrink too much.
Well, good thing you're back here on the bike now. In case you did, you know, yes. Sebastian Kuhn is in the race, or the poker face is going around. It's almost up to Christmas here, Nigel. Today we've got a few more races, group rides left. Are you excited for Christmas?
Oh yes. Well, I'm looking forward to having a break because I spend a lot of time away from home. So it's good to sleep in my own bed.
I can totally understand.
A week. Here we go.
Well, I'll let you focus on this one. But as Nigel Doyle is riding physically here in the game, we've got Timothy Tamont, who was in Zone E earlier. And by the way, we will do roll call because we saw so many people in Zone E, and we'll chat to a few of them. But Timothy, looks like you're hard at work. Oh, you might be muted on your end, Timothy, I think.
Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, I put my heart rate monitor on and I'm working hard here. Yeah, off to a good start here. Oh god, here comes the bunch.
You're going to have a bit of a difficult chance of winning this because this is a no-skill event. And it's actually favored more to the other guys. Like, you have to get back in here, Timothy.
Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, so now I just got to get ready for the sprint.
Well, easier said than done. Timothy, you were in Sony earlier. You're rested, you're awake, you're back in. I'll let you focus here because I know you're on a keyboard further back. Luis Soberanese is in the broadcast today. He's changed his camera angle. You can see, I think he's got about 6 headphones in there. You can tell, one for the game, one for the stream, one to listening to the child monitor. I'm not sure what's going on in Luis's house, but he's getting back out there Further back, we've got the Sunshower, who's just been dropped off the back, but I'm sure she's trying to get back on terms. She's on the keyboard. She does have a comeback kit if she wants to use it, but it may be running out of time. Sebastian Kuhn is in the racing as well here up near the front. He is one of the Cognition riders who did really well in the bracketed session tournament. Then, fortunately, he had some woes in the grand finale. He's back in, and so is everybody's fan favorite, Moti Pikelny. He's rocking the CVRcade shirt today. He's giving the Cognition shirt a rest, and he's on to the attack. We saw Peter Kastrup do this in Zone E, where he got caught earlier on. Nigel is trying to chase him down, but with one right-hand turn left, actually two, excuse me, I think Moti Pikelny will end up taking the win. It's actually going to be close. Nigel, we're going to wait photo finish. Nigel Doyle actually beats Moti Pikelny to the line. Long sprint from Nigel. As you can see, Nigel's guns on display, rocking the in-game celebration. Nigel Doyle taking the first win of the day. But if we load up the replay, that was incredibly close. It was almost deja vu of what we saw earlier today as, Peter Kastrup thought he had it. He stopped pedaling, and then everyone just came on back. So, we see Moti Pikelny, long-range attack, 400 meters out, pushing the wattage to try and come through. I think if he had a Cognition shirt, he may have had enough in the tank to stay away. You never know with the aerodynamics of CVRcade. Most realistic physics out there in the world. But Moti Pikelny gets caught just before the line here. I think he's got this in the bag. But Nigel Doyle, you can never count a man out when he comes back. Even Sebastian Kuhn. And I think, like, if anyone has the scoreboard open, I'd be interested to see, like, how much of a millisecond the difference was between Moti Pikelny and Nigel Doyle. But Nigel, that's celebration there. You've got some guns on you.
Yeah, well, still carrying all my camera equipment around every day.
So that's your portable gym.
I thought Moti had got it there. So, no, that's very good.
I mean, did you get a chance to look at the scoreboard towards the end where it tells you the difference in time?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, I wasn't.
That would have been
No,
close.
you just... No idea.
Well, we'll go and see if Moti got it, because that had to be the slimmest of margins. Moti, did you get a chance?
Oh, yeah. 0.002.
What?
Yes.
No. So
Yeah.
I think I relay that to my theory that if you'd worn the skin suit of Cognition, that time you'd have gained would have been enough.
Yeah, I think Ryan could probably calculate it for us, but that was probably 1/32 of a pedal stroke that I eased up. But yeah, it doesn't get closer than that. That was wild.
I'm
Really
not
good
sure.
timing.
Not sure having Ryan calculate that, since we did see his phantom pedal stroke animation. I'm not sure you saw that when he broke his bottom bracket in the last stream. But that was quite fun. Moti, it's good to have you in the stream. It's good to have you back. You've been off. What's it like to be at work, looking in from the outside?
Oh, it's tough to miss those lunchtime races, and they're real important. That's where a lot of the action is, a lot of the great competition, but gearing up for the next World Cup, and it's just fun to ride with friends and rivals and practice the skills and sharpen things a bit. So, yeah, excited that it's the weekend.
Something I want to hear, if we could turn on Luis's audio, because first of all, I want to hear why exactly, Luis, are you having about 6,000 headphones on your head?
It's kind of funny because I was showing my wife the stream from Thursday,
Yep.
Zone T, because I wanted her to give it a shot at the Christmas movie trivia that Beth put together. Because she's like a huge Christmas movie fan, so
So you're trying to cheat. Was that the case?
kind of. So then while she was listening to me, she's like, "Oh, we need better audio." I was like, "Oh, okay." So that's why I got these, but I also have the team channel on my laptop. So anyway, just trying to please my wife.
Well, aren't we all? But I mean, Luis, that That's awesome. I will say that next time, make sure you actually change the audio channel you're using on Google Chrome because it's still using the webcam audio. So despite putting on those massive headphones, there's no difference.
Okay.
Don't worry. Everyone has been there. But as we embark on this group ride that I'm sure some people will raise, I just want to hear from you and Moti because you kind of like this bromance that have just like happened over the last season of the World Cup. Luis, what's the best thing about riding with Moti?
Well, he knows a lot about the platform, and he, he's a really strong rider too. And one thing that happened to me was like I needed some motivation to stay on indoor cycling. So I was thinking, well, CVRcade is like a great platform, but I think the social aspect was what drew me the most. And Molly reached out to me and said, hey, I think you have a lot of potential, and we're building this team. And then we started talking about it. It's like, oh man, this team is awesome. And then Molly's just like a really approachable guy. I come to him with questions, and he's got, if he doesn't have the answer, he can find it or refer me to someone who does. So I think it's great. He's also a great teammate too. So it's pretty cool.
I know you're suffering, Moti. I know you're going hard off the front, but I want to extend the same question because, I mean, seeing you and Luis, it's been a blossoming story from the two of you. What's it been like, first of all, creating Cognition and then having, I almost want to say disciples like Luis join the squad?
Oh, it's so much fun. I mean, it's great teamwork, good camaraderie, excellent practice, great fitness. I can only speak in 3-word fragments at this heart rate.
I'm disappointed in you, Moti. I was expecting 4, but I'll give it to you this time as I know you are working hard off the front. I do see in the chat that we were hosted earlier by Hey DJ. Hey DJ is always around. Thank you so much for the love. Good to see you in the chat. We've also got CVRcade Mutt KG, as always. Thank you so much for spending your time with us and moderating the chat. Lord Croissant. Now, Lord Croissant, could you just please stay away from the stream? Because every time I see your name, I get hungry. Like, it's not fair. We're in this commentary booth for 2 hours here on our Saturday evening, and I see your name, and I'm like, kind of want like a chocolate croissant right now. So, anyway, good to see you on back. Fox7 says, aren't we all? Question mark, question mark, question mark. When did you get married, Jesper? I'm gonna leave that one out there. I think, just like Luis said, if Moti doesn't have the answer, he can find it. I think you're going to have to get some help from Moti Pikelny on that one. We've got Truth XXX in the chat as Timothy is trying to help out Moti on the front. Truth says, Jesper was trying to troll, asking about Sinterklaas and Zwarte Piet. I was not trolling. I find it fascinating that the Netherlands have 2 Christmases. They have one apparently on the 5th, and they have a second one on the 25th as if you want to see trolling, by the way, look at Timothy on the left, look at Moti on the right. Timothy up there just to try and mess with Moti a tiny bit. It's not trolling, it's genuine interest here as Moti putting the effort in. If you want to get involved, as you can see Timothy's on a keyboard. He's sitting in his gaming chair with his gaming headphones. Not as many headphones as Luis Sobranis, but he is also having an impact on the racing here as Moti is forced to do some work here. Let's turn on Timothy's audio. Timothy, that bit of trolling there, what's happening?
Oh, I'm sweating. Whew. They're off the front. I can't catch them. That was just a little bit of payback. He tried to block me even though I'm on keyboard, so I was like, okay, let's do this then. So we're just having some fun here.
I think if we look at the
power up, so
you got the arms of justice. If you look at the arms of CVRcade, I mean, whatever happened to you in the grand finale lead up when they tried to take you out, I would like if we can actually turn on Moti's audio at the same time. Moti, what
they did
happened?
Try, huh?
Like the grand finale, we saw a totally different you.
Oh yeah, it was just a series of mistakes following mistakes and tactical miscalculations. I view it as a service to the youth of CVRcade as instructions of what not to do when racing for lots of money.
Well,
So my personal sacrifice should help generations that follow.
always, once the teacher, always the teacher. JP Kelney. Well, I mean, Timothy, that was next level what they tried to pull on you in the grand finale. You succumbed to it this time, but are you scared they're going to do it again next year?
They're gonna try again, that's for sure, but might stay with trying though. But
Wow.
it's fun. It's fun.
I can't wait to see next season. We've got the chat popping off now. You've got Lucky Torres is back. Lucky Torres, thank you so much for getting back into the stream. We saw you in E. I'm still waiting for Blaze Panda. I'm still waiting for Apoletic Newt. I'm still waiting for, I think it was something squid. I can't quite remember. I'm still waiting for half the school to show up to class. I mean, come on, guys. But Lucky Taurus, I did see your setup. And first of all, let me commend you on your ability to multitask. I mean, you had PUBG on your screen one side. Then you have Liverpool on a tiny screen and CVRcade. Well, gotta give you a bit of roast on that. Why did you have CVRcade as the smallest screen? I mean, the way you had positioned your screens, it should be CVRcade massive, PUBG tiny, Liverpool bigger. But I'm glad to see you're back here, Lucky Torres, and you made it. Meanwhile, Sebastian Kuhn ripping off legs as Timothy's trying to get back. You got Nigel Doyle down in 5th, who's sticking with Elizabeth and Heidi, as Truth XXS says, sorry, you better be Truth. Genuine interest is never a bad thing. Timothy, I can see that Mutt KG in the chat is enjoying the fact that you were sweating on a keyboard. I mean, Timothy, do you remember when we did the non-physical tournament on a keyboard? Like, I hit 180 equalized heart rate. Like, you get nervous.
Yeah, not me. I don't think I'll get above like 120 equalized heart rate max. So, but maybe that's because there's no real pressure because all the rest is on the bike and not on keyboard. I don't know. But yeah, I think Marty's just spat now. I'm sorry.
Big words from a guy who's sitting on his butt, but Timothy Tamad, always in the stream, always a part of the action here. His Truth, though, is a Cognition fan. We'll go back, we'll go down here. Nigel, how are you enjoying your social group ride with Elizabeth and Haiti?
Oh, they're very good. They're no blocking. They just stick to their lane.
Now,
yeah, good people to ride with.
Is this your replacement for Homer Thompson? I don't know if you saw earlier today, but Homer Thompson has swapped.
Yeah, no, I've known for a week that Homer was changing teams.
You knew for a week, and you didn't tell me, Nigel.
Yeah.
I am disappointed.
It was up to Homer to tell people.
Oh,
yeah, no, we're sorry to see Homer go. Yeah, he's a hell of a good guy to ride with. You know, him and I have had a few rides, you know, social rides together, and just chatted for an hour. Him and I together. He's great. He's a good guy to ride with.
Let's go and hear about the poaching strategies at Cognition, Modi. All fun aside, I didn't know about this. It's nothing wrong, but getting Homer on board, talk us through that.
Well, Homer's a great addition to our team, and we're really excited to have him. You know, as we saw in the finale and grand finale of the World Cup, teamwork and teammates and numbers are incredibly important, and everybody can play a role up and down the line. I mean, if you look at the really powerful performances of Cycling Hub and what Ryan and Ben and Nigel had to do and Kayla to stay up there with them, you know, Cognition's future is really tied to the fortunes of our collective efforts as a group. And the more people on board, the better. And Homer brings a great attitude, an amazing sense of teamwork and skill set to the team. We're all going to benefit, and we think he will too. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Well, I'm glad to see Homer's found a new home, and I'm glad it all happened above board as teams get formed. I'm excited to see new teams as well in 2020 as more riders get on the platform. And the chat, that could be you. I mean, Taurus, I want to see you on a platform. I know earlier today you said you play football. This is the best way to get exercise. This is how you have fun while getting fit. I mean, the priority, of course, is in the fun element where you get on and you kind of just forget you're exercising. You just forget it. Like today is more of a social group ride. It's more about having fun. Whereas when the tournament is on, when the World Cup is on, you're racing for, I mean, in the last tournament, in the last World Cup, it was $25,000 for Season 1. Season 2 begins next year. It's scheduled to start on January 7th. So if you want to be a part of this and you want to take a chance, as you can see the level of concentration. Timothy, I like this. I like the moment you realized you were on stream. You were like, unbroken concentrate. Oh, hello there.
Oh, yeah, it's in the corner of my eye, so... yeah. I see the bot patrol caught Marty and Louise and Nigel, so it's just me and Seb now. I'm not gonna, I put the equalized watts down a bit for Seb because I don't want to hurt him too much.
You could help him, you know. You could actually offer him a draft. I mean, as a keyboard player,
I tried,
you got a
but
lot more...
I tried, but he surged past me, so if he's listening, get on my wheel, Sebastian. I'll tow you along.
Get on my wheel, says Timothy Timot, about 3 seconds behind Sebastian Kuhn. Just slow down, Sebastian. I'll be right back. But everybody's kind of working out here. Zone K, we've got a few riders in here. Batista was in, Moti, Luis, Nigel, Timothy, Sebastian. Later on for Zone L, we'll be joined by Aaron Starlin and Jennifer Garcia. That'll be good to see when they get involved. We'll get to hear about their Christmas plans and other weird traditions that may go around. None so weird as Sinterklaas and whatever else the Netherlands have going on. We got Truth saying, do giveaways for the chat. That'll increase interest and participation. Well, we can do a giveaway. I'll give away some of the most valuable currency on the CVRcade platform. I've got 10 Jesper points. 10 Jesper points in the chat for the first person to spell out CVRcade. You'll get 10 Jesper points. I'll tell you the terms and conditions once you've won the competition. Jennifer says, can I join VMix now or will it kick somebody out? Vic, can she join? Yes, she can. So Jennifer, if you want to join now, join the conversation. You've got a free open spot right now. But 10 Jesper points, that is your... giveaways in the chat. We start slow, we start small, and we build it up. I mean, I love to offer $25,000, but I think we gotta wait for another moderator to join the chat in order to make that a thing. I wonder who'll get there first. Who'll spell out CVRcade first? I'm anticipating... Truth tried? I'm not sure. We'll see what's going on. Anyway, Timothy is now helping Sebastian on the front. Meanwhile, Louise and Nigel are working together. So Sebastian is enjoying the draft. Usually he is scared. Usually he seems to be reluctant to be on the wheels of Team Cycling Hub. But something has changed here. He's sitting on the wheel. But at any moment, if Timothy pleases, and Timothy can see it. All Timothy is missing is like a cat. And he's like a villain straight out of James Bond. He's like... interesting, Sebastian. I mean, Timothy, you went through a few phases of nicknames. You had Mustache Man, you had King of the bottom left-hand corner. Lately, it's been the Nut Basket. I mean, there's some nicknames.
I love the nicknames. The how do you say it? Not inspiration, but just the chat coming up with it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, gotta love
definitely.
it. Gotta respect it. I mean, Timothy, you've got Sebastian, you've got Nigel. Is this a play for 2020? Are you trying to recruit Sebastian? Are you trying to get his services on your side? Be like, cycling up is not so bad, I swear.
This is just in good fun. What do I got to win out of blocking Sebastian here?
Not much. He would rip your legs off.
Not much.
And,
True, so I'll stay on his good side for now. if I even am pretty close to that. Don't think so, but I'll get closer to the good side. Let's say it like that.
Meanwhile, further back down, Luis Sobranis, Nigel Doyle. We're on the last ascent here of the climb. As you've got Sebastian Kuhn, who's in the chat. Fox7 up. Like, what's your real name? Like, I've seen you in the game. I'm not sure who's behind the avatar. Seb will never go over to the dark side. That is interesting. Sebastian Kuhn, longtime friend, all through the days back when the team name was Vision. He has been through some stuff. Good to see here as Luis, a bit of a dropout here. But it's going to be a good fight to the finish between the two of them. You've got one Racer's Edge, one Inertia. I know that Luis has already used his, I think. I think he might have. Nigel Doyle might be keeping something back as he's on the wheel. I'm not sure. Let's ask Luis. Luis, have you used your power-ups yet?
I have not. Not yet.
Nigel, I think it's a double whammy. I think he has. I think he's just trying to surprise you. Oh. Nigel, in a heads-up sprint between you and Luis, who wins?
I think the young guy beats me. He's probably half my age.
Well, despite the fact you won an electric rush by 0.002 of a second.
Yeah,
That's a
well.
sprint.
Yeah, there you go. So physical equalisation works.
Young guy, are you kidding me? Look at
Oh.
him, Nigel. He's in the greatest shape of his life.
You hear this, Nigel? I mean-
I'm to here, Luis.
This is like opposite trash talking. It's like,
Your life.
oh, it's brilliant. It's like usually people are like, nah, you ain't got it. Meanwhile, you got this reverse psychology going on between the two riders on the front. But Luis, if you've got power-ups, maybe time is to use them. But nope, Luis just chooses to sprint instead. But Nigel onto the attack, as we'll just mute them for the time being, as I think both of them are trying to put their words where... Oh, there they are. There's Luis's power-up. He did still have it left. That is Racer's Edge, or Razor Blade, as Beth York calls it. So 67 for Luis, 55 for Nigel. Nigel's got to try a block here if you want. Oh, he got it. He succeeded. You can see the facial reaction from Luis. Nigel, that was a bit of a dirty move.
This is just a fun event, so I think anything goes. Oh, here he goes.
Luis, are we going to get out the gloves? Are we going to go 12 rounds?
Break it.
Oh,
Every time.
this is going to
Every
be good. Somebody needs to create a track that's like a boxing ring. When you want to do a one-on-one show match, that's where you go. Physical equalization is on. I'll let Luis and Nigel concentrate because I think it'll get a tiny bit serious here towards the end. Moti is sticking with the pack as you've got Timothy on the front. Timothy, are you going to let Sebastian take the win or are you going to try and come around here? I see your heart rate. I mean, it is very, very elevated, like 63.
Yeah.
I mean, is it time to like scale it back a tiny bit?
Yeah, I gotta push it down a bit because I ain't making this to the finish line. Still 2.6k. I gotta take a breather here. Why you always come to me when I'm such hurting?
That's what you say every single time. Every time I come to you, you're like, why do you come to me in the middle of an effort? I'm like, Timothy, your effort is 2 hours long. Like, of course I'm going to come to you.
Oh.
So, it's all good. It's all fair, Timothy. Are we going to see you jump on the bike for Sonel? Are you going to get in?
I'll look at my bike for a bit, but no.
What about Glenn?
I'm good on the...
What's Glenn up to?
He has some family over, I heard, so I don't think he's gonna join today.
Excuses. When are we going to see
know,
Glenn versus
I mean-
Timothy round 2?
He beat me last time, so hope not. I'm fine now.
That was interesting. You're leaving Sebastian here, so Sebastian coming around.
Yeah, I'll slow down a bit. I didn't mean to. Sorry.
You've got Jennifer Garcia saying you should get on your bike for the next zone, Timothy. Is that going to help convince you?
Yeah. No.
Come on, chat. We need some high-level peer pressure here. Earlier today, we saw Burdened Rabbit become Timothy Tamont's #1 fan. I think the fan club has officially begun, and it's got a total population of 1. Timothy, you really going to let them down?
I mean, I find it more interesting to be on the keyboard and see how hard I can push the other riders.
slightly sadistic, but we'll allow it just this time, Timothy. I'd love to
Yeah.
go to Sebastian. Sebastian is racing, though. He's taking it seriously. Further back, Nigel versus Luis, the Rumble in the Jungle Part 3. Here's Nigel from New Zealand versus Luis Berenice from the US. Opposing teams, Cognition has just poached one of the flagship riders of CCC, so there may be a bit more on the line here to say, look, Homer, you shouldn't have left. This is your home squad. This is your team. We started this together. We'll end this together. Truth says Nigel has got this. You've got Fox7 says, Timothy, you can eat another 5 kilos of nuts if you ride. Oh, Timothy, any comment to that one?
I did shake my head off.
You got Swedish House Cycling as well saying he has to ride his bike. It's not an option. And now you're using the powers, Timothy. You said you'd work on the endurance, but you're here, you're on the keyboard, it's fine. And we'll allow it this one time, even though the chat, we gotta do better on the peer pressure. Come back for round 2. We've got another zone after this. Luis and Nigel will keep an eye on here because the two of them, they're gonna see some raced hearts. We're already seeing some raced heart rates. 189, 190 from Luis and Nigel, as Nigel goes on to the attack here. Nigel saying that Luis has the upper hand, but ain't gonna be, as I think Luis just saluted Nigel off. So Truth has got it. Truth says always bet on Nigel, same way you always bet on Black. And so Nigel Doyle, just reliant, comes on through, makes it, win in the first zone, third in the second one, and now he's got another spot. It's only a half scoring multiplier, and the irony is it's supposed to be a group ride, it's supposed to be fun, well it's fun, it's supposed to be relaxed, it's supposed to be social, which it is, and then these guys can't help themselves. Modi might even come around Luis at the very end. Nope, never mind. He's pulling a Timothy, getting passed by Elizabeth and Hurdy, who have been leading out Nigel Doyle for a bit of this. Truth, thank you so much for watching the broadcast. Thank you so much for being in here. Happy holidays to you as well, and we will see you in 2020. I hope you get in and involved in the game and get on the bike. I see you all the time on the YouTube comments. It'd be great to get you in the game. Same thing for Torres, same thing for all the rest of you in there. We already saw Sunshower get on the bike, which is great, but now we watch the finish here again. Nigel Doyle saying, nah, this is Luis, he's got it, but Nigel's clever. He comes around, you can see the smile on his face here as he realizes he'll take a strong third position as we now get ready for fantastic Alien C2 laps. Nigel, bit of poker from you, and saying you don't got it, that looked easy.
Oh, it wasn't. No, I thought Luis would, you know, when he sort of went a bit early, I thought, oh, here we go. This is going to be a long one. No, but I just hung in there and took it out. But it's only half 0.5 multiplier, so we got the higher ones coming up, so it's anybody's game.
Every point matters. I mean, you're taking, that was a 1 point differential over Luis. That could be massive come the end of this social group, right?
Could be.
all good, Nigel. I'll let you catch your breath. I know we've got it going on. Vanessa's in here as well, joining in, watching the highlights of the last zone as we can just rejoice the block of the ages here as Nigel catches Luis out with a great block. It's been possible because of the low skill event with Uncrashable on. Luis could have avoided it if he went left then went right and kind of shimmied him out, but didn't go for it here as he salutes Nigel off into the distance. Good racing, good riding from everybody involved. All good in here. Luis is off the back. Let's go and hear, because in the previous zone, Sony, it was a lot about Christmas, what people are doing. You heard Tim is spending time with his niece. You had a few other people telling their plans that I frankly just can't remember. But we've got Moti in here as well. Moti, what do you have planned for the Christmas period? Anything special in the Bikelny household?
Yeah, we're taking our kids on our first big trip. We're going to go to Hawaii for a week over New Year's.
What?
Just in time for me to miss the first day of the next open season on the 7th. But I'll be back for race 2. So I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Hawaii! I'm jealous. Is there a room in your suitcase or one more?
It's either you or my travel bike, and Jesper, you're not made
Uh,
of titanium.
I won't make you choose. That will only be bad for your travel bike. We all know who you'd secretly pick, but we'll let this one slide this one time. But Hawaii, what's the plan for Hawaii?
Well, we were just thinking we gotta try to get out of the cold weather here in Chicago. Usually we go down and visit my in-laws, but they're gonna be traveling, and the stars aligned with some cheap tickets and hotel points, and we're going to Maui. But my goal is to build the Haleakala climb in the track builder so I can figure out what gear ratio I need to be in by practicing CVRcade before we go on the trip. So, you know, lots
I
of
bet
practical planning to do in the fantastical.
Your family loves you. Everywhere you see CVRcade. Are you gonna be able? Have your kids seen Moana? I assume they have. I mean, that should be like the biggest thing for them if they go to Hawaii.
Absolutely. My daughter believes that she is Moana, and that I'm the crab.
That I'm not sure what to make of that, but sure. Well, I'll let you get back to it, buddy. I know you're taking these as a good training session to get the legs spinning. Vanessa's in on the keyboard. Timothy and Vanessa here is going to be a true skill of who is the better CVRcader. Both with their keyboards, both riding, racing in here. Timothy, Vanessa is throwing down the gauntlet. She says she's better than you at the game. What do you have to fire back with?
I believe her. I do. But we should team up versus the physical riders, Vanessa.
That's
Make 'em
unfair.
Make him hurt.
That is crazy. That's not no, Vanessa. Make Timothy hurt. I don't know how, but somehow make Timothy hurt. From all of us, if they're somehow engineered into the game like a reverse taser, like through the keyboard, every time Timothy crashes, he goes ooh, crash, electric. No?
How am I the bad guy again here? Come on.
Sorry, Timothy. Sorry. It's good. It's good to see you in here. It's good to see you on a keyboard. You're helping everybody out. We got a long pace line here with Moti, with Nigel, with Sebastian, with Louise at the back. There is Bernard Rabbit! Bernard Rabbit! Oh, can we go back to Timothy again? I know it's not the Timothy Tamont show, but the fan club has arrived. Timothy, Bernard Rabbit, what's up?
I told you before, talent attracts fans, Jesper. What else can I say?
Bernard Rabbit, I know you follow CVRcade on Twitter. I know you follow the channel as well. Now, all we want to know is, Bernard Rabbit, is how big was the split? How big was the prize money split? Like, also, like, do you have a flag? Is there a chant? Is there, like, you know, everyone, like, Liverpool has got "You Never Walk Alone." What is the Timothy Tamont fan club motto? Like, that's what we all want to know. You got Bernard Rabbit. Listen to this, Timothy. He says, "Get on your bike, bro.
Yeah.
Get on your bike, bro." I mean, this is your fans.
I could sit on my bike and do a keyword if that helps.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll come back to you. We'll let you rearrange everything. That's it. As Bernard Rabbit is going to make shirts for the Timothy fan club. Right, okay, Bernard Rabbit, thank you for tuning in. Have fun at work. Thanks for being awesome. Timothy promised to be on his bike, whether non-physically or physically, by the end of the stream here. And Timothy is not a man to break promises, says Moti P. Kelly. Ooh, that great responsibility gets timed just in time. So we've got 2 laps of Fantastic Alien Sea, and as you could hear from Nigel, they take it quite seriously. Like, he was talking about, oh, it's only a half scoring multiplier. This one, we gotta do better. As Nigel, sorry for the commentator's curse, but he's got great responsibility. But it looks like he timed it just a second or two too early, where he didn't get the advantage back in here. And so he falls from second down to third place, with Moti P. Kelly taking the lead at the top. You gotta see, Swedish House Cycling is in the chat. As a fan of Timothy, he has to ride physically. It makes it 2. You got Fox7 says, I think if Timothy gets on his bike, Kate will do a giveaway of a CVC team for the chat. Oh, Timothy, she just crashed. We gotta go back. Timothy, Fox7. If Timothy gets on his bike, Kate will do a giveaway of a CVC team tee.
Sure, do it. But no, I'm not getting peer pressured. You do the giveaway without me.
Guys, we gotta up it more. We gotta up it more. Timothy's just
Yeah.
you can hear it on his voice. He's almost caving in. We gotta up it one more. Bring out the big guns, whoever's out there. I mean, Timothy, just think the fan club was in here. There's a giveaway if you ride. I mean, think about all the love and joy you could be sharing in the community. Somebody could win a t-shirt just because of you. Your fan club would double in size.
Oh, no, oh man. No, I don't succumb to peer pressure.
You've
No.
got Mutt KG saying giveaway. It's like a it's like a hungry kid at a table going, "We want food. We want food."
Oh, but that's the problem. I just got food.
Now, Fox7 also says Timothy, okay. We'll also get another 5 kilo nut box for you.
Oh no, I can't see anymore. No, something different.
Come on. Well, what other 5 kilos would you like? What else would you like?
Oh,
Did you
get
ever?
me
We
a
have.
new-
It's funny though, Timothy, because I remember you did win at the Mixer event. You somehow won the CVRcade World Cup backpack. Did you ever actually receive that?
No, I
That's
didn't.
funny because we have one to give away. So if you get on the bike, we'll give one away.
That's mine. No, give it away without me.
Oh, it's too good. Meanwhile, by the way, Moti P. Kelly was ripping
Oh, he's-
people's legs apart here as he's riding off the front. He's back to his shape. Fox7 asks, wait, how much does a 5 kilo nut box cost? I think only Timothy Tamant has the answer to that, and we'll come back after the racing is done here. I mean, the peer pressure, it's getting somewhere, but it's getting better. It's getting somewhere, but I mean, Mixer Chat, thank you for making a Saturday fun. Sorry, not Tuesday. Well, Tuesday was fun. Zone E earlier this morning was a lot of fun, and now Zone K and Zone L is also incredibly fun here. So we've got another zone after this. We got Zone L, where we get joined by Aaron Starlin and Jennifer Garcia, and if we're lucky, even the Blockhead Rocket might get involved today and get on the bike. I see a head shake from the executive producer. He will not be joining us, unfortunately, as he is busy with other things. See, now the chat is in on it as well. We've got a CVR backpack we can give away as Vanessa crashes down. Luis is staying with the bots for this one. Meanwhile, Moti P. Kelney on the top, riding away. So he's getting back some fitness. I know Moti, we'll chat to him about this later on as well. He has started a competition. He started a little challenge in the community, the CVRcade or the Moti P. Kelney Bot Challenge week 1, where I will attempt this on Monday. Now, bear in mind, I've not touched a bicycle in maybe over a month, maybe 2 months. So whatever fitness that is there is going to be 3, I see Victor saying. So whatever fitness is there, it's going to be interesting. But I will attempt it because when the community puts on great displays of initiatives, I will get involved. I will try it out. And so should you. I extend that to everybody else out there if anyone wants to try it. But you essentially have this challenge where you've got to gain 10 seconds on the butts. I'll let Moti explain it better in details later, but you've got to gain 10 seconds on the butts. Doesn't matter really how you do it or when you do it, but you win by being the quickest to, not 10 seconds, I think it's 10 minutes, sorry, 10 minutes. It's the quickest to gain 10 minutes on the butts. 10 seconds would be quite quick. As Timothy here is pushing it to the side as we bring back the intense side-by-side field. No! Moti actually crashes and Timothy comes on by. So the man who won't let somebody win a t-shirt. Oh, Timothy breaks down. Maybe he's breaking just so he can block Moti here to then beat him again. We don't know. As he's at 10, we're seeing from atop. Timothy is accelerating. Moti goes left, and Timothy lets Moti cross the line. Smiles all around here. Good sportsmanship. As Mutt KG says, let's get Jesper on a bike. Well, you're going to get your wish this coming Monday, as I'll get on. Nigel's racing. You've got Sebastian Kuhn crossing the finish line. We've got Vanessa Murahan as well, who is next up. She crashed on the uphill. And then we've got Luis Sober Anise, who's the last one here. Then we've got 7 laps of mountain bike by Jesper coming up, which should be fun. With the weightlifted power plant, and that will mark the end of Zone K. We've got 2 hours here in the after party. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. There's of course free drinks by the fountain and food if you want to get it, so help yourself. Meanwhile, you're here at the after party hosted by the CVRcade World Cup. But as Luis crosses the finish line here towards the end, we get ready for Mountain Bike by Jesper. Great track, good fun, and it is a track that I created in the early days of the CVRcade life cycle, which is still fun to see it around. And there's currently a track building competition going on. So if you want to get involved with that, all you gotta do is create a track and submit it to me before Wednesday, and you're in on all the action. But as we watch the highlights, I can see Moti's just cleaning off the sweat of his head. Moti, I didn't do your challenge all that justice. I know you spent a lot of time on it. To everyone listening and looking for something to do, explain the challenge.
Yeah, so what Jesper is going to be doing tomorrow is he's going to be riding up a 14,000-foot climb at threshold, chased by bots.
Abort! Abort!
And each time a bot catches him, it's going to teleport him back to the beginning of the climb. And he is going to be attached permanently to his bike until he completes the task. We're not sure if the test violates the Geneva Convention, although we do have his signed permission to run this test. So I do think it's going to be a very captivating 18 hours of viewing on Mixer for all of you out there.
Oh, so the good thing is he's referring to a different Jesper. That one starts with an A and then has a CH in his name. So whoever that guy is, he's in for quite the experience on Monday. But Moti, that'd be fun. If only you would do it with me. I can't wait to do it on Monday. I know you've done it already. Timothy's thinking about doing it.
So there's a challenge with 25 bots on Submerged Stadium, one of the newer tracks. Visually, it's actually my favorite track in the road bike theme. And the bots will be going at 344 watts. And the goal is for a solo rider to gain 10 minutes on the lead bot in the shortest amount of time. It involves using power-ups that are dealt randomly in a creative way. It involves a lot of bot surfing and using squads of bots that you lap to try to gain time. I did it without much planning in about 65 minutes yesterday. I think somebody with the right preparation could do it quite quicker and quite more efficiently. But I guarantee whoever participates in that will know that track like the back of their hand and will gain a ton of drafting efficiency and power-up experience that's really valuable in racing. And it's also just a lot of fun.
Let's hear from Luis, as I know he's busy chucking down on what looks to be a protein shake. Sorry, Luis, I caught you in the side of the screen. But are you going to attempt Moti's challenge?
Yes. You mean the 18,000 feet of climbing?
Yes, that you're going to do with Jasper Encore on Monday.
Yes, I'll be drafting right behind you. No, yeah, I'll give it a try. Man, it's going to be quite the effort, though, so I need to, like Bonnie was saying, I think I'm going to have to prepare well for that.
Yeah, fueling strategy is going to be tough. And, like, especially when you get to altitude, you got to think about all these things that are not going to make, like, it's like almost climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah, actually, you know, you can use that to try your indoor cycling Everesting challenge. That would be a good way to do it.
Well, it is the best way to do it. Now, if we can go back to Moti for a second, I know he's working hard. The chat would like to know, Moti, how come you chose 344 equalized watts as your number?
It's about, it's sub-threshold, and it's a speed that the bots are often put at in events in the World Cup. So it gives you a realistic practice pace for drafting them and thinking about using them in races when the competition really counts. So sub-threshold not by much. Significant drafting. The bots come up to speed pretty quickly when they crash. It's a relentless challenge, and it mirrors a lot of the things a rider needs to do in the World Cup.
It's a great skill to get involved in. As a beginning challenge, it's actually not that bad. So if you're thinking about getting involved, you could do so. Thank you, Modi, once more. I'm sure we'll hear more about it later on. And after Monday's attempts, I'm sure we'll see a lot more discussion about it. I saw a question in the chat as well. Why 1 week for the track builder competition? Why not 2? Well, I made it 1 week because it ends on the 17th, I think it is, 17th or 18th. If I made it 2 weeks, it would end on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and I thought, for the sake of everybody involved, I didn't want the deadline to be the 24th or 25th, because then parents and children around the world will be spending their hours before Christmas dinner putting their final decorations. So I thought it was a Christmas gift to everybody's loved ones to make sure that they didn't spend Christmas Eve decorating the track. A bit like last minute doing your homework, just to hand it in and go, oh look, I've done it. So that way we can get it done by Wednesday, we can get it showcased, and we can get everything done, and then everyone can enjoy it. Then if it's a success, why not? We can do a second one. I mean, this is an introduction for many into the track building competition. So when this one concludes, and if and when it's a success, I'll be more than happy to host a second one as Sebastian Kuhn crashes down. Sun shower, Batista, as Timothy comes by with corner caper. Says, see ya later. Sunshower says, kudos to the graphic designer / art team. Track building is difficult. It is increasingly difficult as Luis uses Lazy Boy. I do think they may have random power-ups on this one. I'm not sure that it is what it was supposed to be, but anyway, it is a social group, right? It's okay. As Timothy Tamont is about to win the Omnium. Timothy, is this one of the toughest Omniums you've had to win? Oh, I think Timothy suffers from...
Whoopsie. How am I winning? I gave every win away.
Yeah, but if you
because I'm in the lead
second...
now. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, there's something with the power-ups here, so it's some good practice with some power-up combinations as they're random. So yeah, great fun. Like, I just had double weight lifted into a corner caper, so that's pretty overpowered.
Yeah, somebody's definitely shining upon you with their power-up luck here as Luis was working hard. You came on by with a corner caper. Luis, are you just gonna let Timothy take this one? I mean, you've got a chance here to dethrone him and make him not win the Omnium.
I will do my level best. I just need to get the power of gods to bring me some good stuff here.
Well, if the gods are shining down upon you, the CVRcade Almighties, so let's see if we can bring some good luck to Luis here. He does get 3 power-ups. He gets Power Plant twice, I think, and Razor's Edge as he goes on to the attack. But Luis, no! I mean, they did shine upon you for a second, Luis, but if you mishandle the gifts, that's what happened.
I know. Great responsibility. Couldn't handle it.
I hope you're better with Christmas gifts as you got a family to take care of. As you go down again! Oh, you got a second try in the next Omnium. Oh, see, Luis, I knew exactly a year ago when I created this track that you would be in this moment right now talking to me and I would distract you and you would hit it. So, mission accomplished?
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you get back to it. Now, next up is Nigel Doyle on the front as Nigel is trying to catch back up to Timothy, who's had a good run on a keyboard. As you see, Hey DJ's in the chat saying he's just having fun in referring to Timothy Tamont. Nigel working out a 182. Solid differential is 120 equalized heart rate between him and Timothy. But ultimately, Nigel is getting a great workout here as we're halfway through the racing. And with the random power-up selection here, if you can get the right power-up combination as you get... I think it's Tractor Beam. It's Tractor Beam and Quantum Shift. We have not seen Tractor Beam in so long. Nigel, do you even remember what Tractor Beam does?
Yeah, they've got to be in the same lane, and Vanessa wasn't. She was, and then she changed lane. They're in the lane,
Oh, she
and
used it
then
on you.
they'll do whatever speed you're doing, so you can use it to deliberately slow somebody down by you slowing down, or you can give them a tow.
Well, I like how you tried to use yours on Vanessa, and then seconds later, Vanessa uses her on yours. So, that is awesome gameplay. But you've got Timothy, you've got Vanessa in front of you. On the behalf of all the physical riders, is there a bit of extra motivation to catch the keyboarders?
Oh no, all I'm trying to do is stay in front of Modi, because there's only a couple of points between him and me.
That is a good point. Very, very good point. As Moti currently, if we bring down the scoreboard, is 2 points behind Nigel for second place. So there are several storylines going on here: physical versus non-physical, but also Moti P. Kelney, Nigel Doyle. As Nigel, as we cut away, has got a corner caper, which is great to use in the corner here on Peter Castro. Moti P. Kelney, though, knowing him, he's going to try and want to get back on terms with Nigel. All he needs to do is catch his teammate, Sebastian, but I don't think Sebastian ever hands out any gifts, and especially not on CVRcade here. As we enter the last lap, I think that I'm not even, what is that power? I'm not even sure what that is as it gets used. So we're seeing all the power-ups in here. Weight lifted. Victor, do you know what the other one is? Shame on us. I pride myself in knowing pretty much every power-up and their animations, but sometimes there's such a long period of time between them. I think it's underdog. I think it's underdog here, which gives you 100 watts extra. I think I just saw Moti off the side of my screen, just nod his head in approval. I think it's underdog, which gives you 100 extra watts for every person ahead of you, which is a great boost. But it's not going to be enough here. Moti into the headwind, try to cut the corner short. He succeeds in doing so. With 800 meters remaining, Timothy Tamont on the last lap of racing. Timothy, the pressure is building. The lactic acid is coming into the legs. We can see the sweat on your face.
Cramps. Send help.
Cramps. Oh man, I cramped for the I went to the gym yesterday and I cramped for the first time in a very long time. That's not fun. Like thinking of how Tim rode like in the Buddha position or whatever we christened it. That is impressive. Like that is seriously impressive what he was able to do back then. But Timothy, looking good for this one. We're excited to see you jump onto the bike for someone else so somebody can win a t-shirt. But in the meanwhile, Nigel is chasing down. He's making sure to keep Moti out here as Vanessa. I'm not sure whether trying to offer a helping hand or trying to block Nigel because he is taking that second spot. But it secures his position further up near the front as Moti now will need to catch more than just Sebastian, because with this position now, it means Nigel Doyle, who will stay with for the time being, is going to secure his second place. And with Timothy being on the keyboard, I think we'll refer to the executive commissioners here in the after party. I'm not sure there are any rules, but if there are no rules, I'll gladly apply some here. I think Nigel Doyle wins, so okay, Timothy. Sorry, great racing. Vanessa Cross is second, Moti in fourth. You got Sebastian fifth, and Louise in sixth. 5 minutes time, we've got more Racing Mixer chat. If you got any questions, feel free to jump in on the chat. We've got 24 people viewing. If you're just lurking, if you haven't engaged in the chat before, don't worry. I don't bite. Now, I can't speak for MuttKG, but I know I don't bite. So if you want your question in the chat, feel free. We will answer them as Moti wipes off the sweat. Luis comes over next here as he's further back down. I think he's just ready to jump into the next zone. But in the next zone, we'll be joined by two of CVRcade's finest. We'll be joined by Jennifer Garcia and Aaron Starling, as they've made quite the impression throughout Season 1 of the CVRcade World Cup. And we'll see them now join us here as World Chat. As we can see, MuttKG says, I don't bite either. But with that emoji, I'm not sure I would trust that. But as the highlights finish, Nigel, congratulations, taking second place in that one. Was that flashbacks of the World Cup? You, Moti, going head to head?
Oh, that was fun. No, that was good fun. Well, I was second, but first physical, so I'm happy with that. No, yeah, I got to justify it somehow. No, that was good fun.
I like it. I do like it. Congratulations, Nigel. We've got more coming up here in a second, but sure we'll hear more from you. But in the time being, I see we're just being joined by Aaron Starling and Jennifer. Aaron, welcome to the stream. How have you been enjoying the relaxed tone here this week?
I haven't been relaxing too much just because I'm trying to get more endurance, so I haven't been too relaxed with it. So that way, hopefully, when the real stuff comes back up, I'm not too far behind again.
What's your plan for getting better endurance?
Well, riding, but I'm going to try to join maybe like a soccer or ultimate frisbee league or football league. I don't want to
anything goes. It's
anyone.
Fine. We're multicultural.
Okay, but I just wanted to join. I might join one of those leagues just to on off days from racing to run around a little bit and try to build some endurance in other ways.
That's
and
not
hopefully
bad.
It works.
I mean, you were up there, you did quite well, but in the end it was the legs that kind of gave out for you in Season 1. Now, Season 2, if it is indeed $100,000 in the prize purse, is that a great motivation to get the endurance up?
Yeah, I have a lot of student loans and debt, so that would be pretty good to have some of that. Payoffs and stuff.
That's a great way of paying it all back. Let's hear from Jennifer Garcia, who's also joined the chat. Jennifer, I've seen you in the chat earlier today. How have you been enjoying, I mean, I'm not even sure what to call that's going on today, the after party.
Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun. I'm so mad if we don't see Timothy on his bike in like 2 minutes. No, it's really fun to seeing. I think it's funny because I mean, Aaron said it himself that like people are taking this a little bit more seriously than I think it's intended to be taken, and I think that just shows that people really want to do well in this next season. And even though that's like nearly a month away, that people are already thinking about like strategies and endurance and planning. So just shows how dedicated everyone is to the platform.
I also think it shows the community side that they're all just want to get back to racing. If we can turn on Timothy's audio here, Jennifer, give your quickest 1-minute pitch to get Timothy Tamont back on the bike.
Timothy, I need a new t-shirt.
I teach better on keyboard.
Oh,
Come on,
no.
Timothy. Somebody out there is going to win a t-shirt. All you've got to do is turn your camera, I think it's like 180 degrees, and then jump on the bike. I mean, let's be honest here, Timothy. You're already wearing the kit.
Yeah, come on. That's what I was going to say.
Nope, not happening. Not today.
I am impressed with your resilience to peer
Yeah,
pressure. I mean,
Me too.
But I'm sure the fan club may actually see negative returns. But Timothy, we'll be back to you. Jennifer, the racing today, the riding, are we going to see some racing from you? Are we going to see some social riding? What sort of mindset do you bring to this?
I think both. I think I'm going to be trying to be like up in the pack racing, but I also want to have fun with it. So feel free to come to me at my worst hour, and I'll take it socially then. But definitely working on the endurance as well as a lot of people on here. So.
Well, if you'll let me know when your worst hour is, I'll make sure to make the visit. That's it. We've got all the streams, so thank you, Jennifer, and good luck in the riding/racing on today. Got Vanessa Murhan again on the keyboard. She's getting involved. Now, Timothy, just to add to the peer pressure, Ben Shuilong is in the chat saying, go on, Timothy. This is Ben Shuilong, who couldn't make it today because he's too busy making unicorn cupcakes with his young ones, who is in the chat here saying you can do it. There's Augie1233, who was in the chat earlier, who is the superstar, says, come on, Tim. I watched you earlier. And so Timothy just letting down all his supporters around the world. Timothy, you're quickly becoming a cult phenomenon.
Not sure if that's a good thing or not, but
I'm still waiting
let's
for the
see.
fan club t-shirts to come around. I'll put an order in for mine as we can wear it on stream today. Just be a picture of you sitting on your butt, but I'm sure it'll be great. Now, good luck in the next zone here, Timothy, as the racing commences. We'll let the racers focus a tiny bit because Electric Rush is short and some degree these riders take it seriously. To some degree they have it social, but for when it's such a short race, we'll let them focus and we'll come to them when it's longer, such as Rocky Mountains or Fantastic Alien Sea, as both of them are longer races. But Aaron, coming in fresh, he's joined by Jennifer Garcia, who's also fresh. He's been in the chat interacting. Luis Soberanis, just been resting up. He's listening to all sort of music. That's actually a good question. Well, I don't want to come to it now, as I've just said I don't want to go to them. So I'll stay true to my word. Nigel's up here. Moti's at the back. Timothy's using his comeback kit as we get ready. The last zone here on Electric Rush, the difference was 0.002 of a second, which is not that much, and will be interesting to see if we see it again here. But the two teammates, Aaron Starling and Jennifer Garcia, are looking good. Aaron has been quite good at these races in the past when it comes to a quick sprint towards the end, and we'll see if he can do it once more. But Electric Rush, one of the newer tracks in the game. And make sure, chat, if you've been watching the first zone and you want to get involved, you don't have to get on your bike. You can ride non-physically, like Vanessa, like Timothy. I saw a few people start the day off where they're like, I'm going to get involved. I'm going to try it on a keyboard. I know Bernard Rabbit really wanted to be here, but work is in the way. Fox7 says Timothy equals Kylo Ren. Now, I'm not even sure Timothy Tomon has seen Star Wars. So, but regardless, Luis Soberanis with a massive sprint being put in here. He used his comeback kit, and we're having a head-to-head sprint. Aaron Starling, Team CVR versus Luis on Team Cognition. It's a flashback to the earlier zone. Early start, early breakaway for Cognition. But Jennifer Garcia at the very end here. But Aaron as well. This is too close to call. Photo line finish between the two. We wait, everybody wait, and it is Aaron Starling who takes the victory ahead of Jennifer Garcia. So he does it once more. Luis gets third, Nigel crosses in fourth, Sebastian comes in fifth. And then we've got Timothy Tamont here, who is deeply concentrated as we see the back of his head on Electric Rush. Good finish once more. That couldn't have been more than point. Like that looks like the same differential if either Aaron or Jennifer keep their result screen open or just have a look, because when you look at the highlight, it's the same again. Cognition gets out to an early lead. It is Luis who just stands up and pounds on the pedals here to get that advantage. He gets away, he comes over the top, and then he starts to fade ever so slightly. The watts start to come down as you just run out of juice. When you get to this part, the legs start screaming at you, and that's where Jennifer and Aaron, they're drafting each other. Excellent teamwork there. And you can't really tell who takes it until the end, but I think the nose and the front end of Aaron is what really came across the line. Aaron, did you get a chance to see the time differential between you and Jennifer?
No, I didn't. I couldn't tell who won, but I think, yeah, I ended up winning in the end, but I didn't look. My legs are dead, so, you know, the endurance is really not good. We both try to use the tactic and use our comeback kits in certain ways to help each other, but both of us used them, and they just went away and didn't work at all. So, I don't know. Just trying to get better. So,
this is the way to do it. The sprint though was impressive. You and Jennifer going head to head there. I mean, did you ever think Luis was gone?
No, I don't know. We were just racing our own race, and we knew people were with us, so we tried to push together. We had a tactic we wanted to use. It still ended up working, even with our powers not working the way we wanted. But I don't know, once we drafted with each other and he was out on the front, we kind of left him once we were drafting with each other away too. So it's one of those that you have to have really good timing and be really lucky, because the drafting is really, really key on that one to help everyone go faster. So if you're out on your own, it's a lot more difficult.
Well, it worked out. Congratulations. We'll see if Jennifer Garcia had a quick look. Jennifer, did you by any chance catch the time differential between the two of you?
Sorry to disappoint.
Oh, come on! You had one job.
I realized after the last stream. But yeah, no, I didn't see it. I mean, it's hard to tell, especially when you have the same color bike. I had no freaking idea who was who. So sorry,
That was close. I mean, that sprint between the two of you, it looked like you had that nailed down.
Yeah, we just like melded into one rider, which is probably why I couldn't tell. But it was close, yeah.
Now we go on to one of your favorite courses. I mean, this is where you really made your entrance to the CVRcade community. Are we going to see shades of old Jennifer with a long range, like shot out of a cannon?
You know, so since I've been equalized more and more, this course has gotten harder and harder, as you can imagine.
No wonder.
So I'm gonna give it the best, but you know, it's funny because like your strength builds and then it only gets equalized again. So we'll see.
Well, that is the full circle of CVRcade. When you get stronger, the game pulls you back, you get stronger, but it's all for the sake of fairness and having fun. Good luck, and thanks, Aaron and Jennifer, despite both of you not having a look at the scoreboard. Severely disappointed in that one, but I'm sure the team can bring it up. Luis, you didn't need to look at the scoreboard. Third place it was. Second race of the day on that track. Second time Cognition get caught before the line.
Yeah, but we actually had a conversation about that with Mori before this second time around. So I decided to go this time. He did it last time, and we specifically talked about strategies from Aaron and Jennifer. But I think we'll have to just give it a try next time.
Well, somebody must set up zone. I don't even know what comes after M. Somebody set up zone M Electric Rush, and we'll see if Cognition can finally get it right. Well, there's still plenty of time left here. Now, Timothy, the chat wants to call you Kylo Ren. They want to call you Darth Maul. Have you any idea who they are?
Yeah, I've seen Star Wars.
You've seen Star Wars?
How are you surprised?
Oh, sorry, I forget. Victor is like I'm used to living with Victor, who doesn't see any movie.
Okay. Shame on Victor. Can the chat start shaming Victor instead of me? Thank you.
That's not how this works, Timothy. That's not how this works. No.
I tried.
Chat, I mean, Timothy, some poor kid out there, I mean, you could hear Jennifer, she wants a new t-shirt. I mean, all you gotta do, it's fine, Timothy. On Monday, Timothy, you get to pay everything back when it's me on the bike. So,
definitely, yeah.
I'm not doing myself any favors here.
Nope,
so,
you're not.
But in the meanwhile, Timothy, you're being dropped. You've got Jennifer, you've got Aaron on the front here, the two of them working together. This is shades of the earlier zone in K, where Sebastian Kuhn got off to the attack. Go back and see what Nigel thinks. Nigel, are you worried about the two riders off the front?
No, I'm just using this just as an endurance ride. This is just training now for me.
Well, it's working out. You've got Moti, you've got Sebastian. You are like in the shark's den here.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see if how we go with the bots, and then when we get closer to the end, if somebody decides to make a break for it. So I'll just sort of try and hang with them.
I like it. I also like the fact you're sheltering the microphone from the wind. It is heavily appreciated.
I've got a kick a headwind, and it pumps out a lot of air, and I know you get a lot of wind noise from it.
Oh, it's brilliant. It kind of makes you look like Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible, trying to say like, oh, yep, initiate Ghost Protocol. Here we go, everybody. So I appreciate it, Nigel. I'll let you enjoy your group ride. Let's see if we can hear from Moti as he's trying to break away, as Vanessa has stolen one of the bots from the bot patrol, and Moti saying, you get back here. Moti, the last race, once more. Is it just the luck of the draw for you guys, or is there something you can do better on Electric Rush?
Oh, that was expert technique on the part of Aaron and Jennifer. So, and I looked at the time gaps. That was it was half a tenth between the top three spots.
Crazy. Well, somebody could learn out there for actually looking at the results. Thank you, Moti. But this race, it's a long one. This ride is a long one. It's a half-scoring multiplier. So Moti is in there. We've got the chat showering some love towards Victor's way. You got Mutt KG saying Victor is awesome, in capitals. Saying Victor's also, he's our fabulous VMix operator and also racist. I'm not so sure about the second part of that sentence. Also racist. I mean, Vic, when's the last time you raced?
Mid-October?
I mean, get him out of here. Last time I raced is much before, so it's all okay. You got Sunshower saying, enjoyed watching Victor on the talk show. He's hilarious. Okay, everybody, can we just Let's not, like, Victor is a copy of me. Let's not have his ego be as big as mine. Like, let's keep it at a down low. But let's see if we can chat to Aaron. Aaron, you're in a breakaway with Jennifer. Is it all seamless here, or are you going to start to try and attack each other?
No, I don't care if I win or lose on this one. I'm just trying to push my legs. They're already feeling dead, so I want to try to push through the whole race. I'm sure Timothy's about to catch back up with us. He's about 4 seconds off. He was 10, so being on the keyboard, if he's still on it, pretty helpful. I don't know. I'm sure his legs are going to start to feel it soon, though.
Well, you can turn on Timothy's audio. Timothy, are you going to look to help out Aaron and Jennifer?
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. No, definitely. As soon as I'm trying to catch, but it's really hard with the abilities on here. So, if I catch, I'll definitely help. I might catch on the downhill, so I'll definitely help.
You gotta work faster, Timothy. This is where every second matters.
I'm pressing super hard on the keys. I can't press harder.
Oh, it's too good. You've got a bit of a dirty race going on here. You've got Timothy Tamont trying to catch back up to the two in the front. Then you've got Vanessa, who has stolen Thomas. No, it's not Thomas Tibbling. It's Thomas the Bot, Thomas the Tank Engine. Then you've got Nigel Doyle enjoying the ride. So who is the better bot operator? Is it Vanessa Murahan or is it Timothy Tamont? If we can hear from Jennifer as well. Jennifer, your partner in crime, Aaron, his legs are starting to give out. How are yours?
My legs are right. I saw keyboard Timothy coming, and I thought he was going to try to overtake us, not help us. So I'm glad to hear that.
Well, can you trust Timothy? Can you trust his words? That's the question.
Yes, you can trust Timothy.
Ooh, dangerous path here. You can see, Timothy, I think she's trying to smooth talk you. I think she's trying to get you to work for them. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on the story up here, but all is good. So I think we've got the side-by-side once more. Last zone, it was Moti, it was Timothy. Here you've got Timothy on the front, hard at work with Jennifer and Aaron sitting in. Aaron is working hard. I like how the chat, Fox7 says, ego as big as yours? Not possible. Thanks for the support, but you're probably true. And you've got Mutt KG saying, easy for me to say, ouch, ouch, but funny. True. But Timothy Tamont on the front here. So this is quite interesting. So keyboarders or riders on non-physicals are usually not really, it's kind of frowned upon when it comes to the World Cup. But in after-party racing, it makes for a good showing here. So Timothy helping out Aaron, helping out Jennifer, as they're both getting a well-needed rest here on the half-scoring multiplier, Rocky Mountain. So Aaron using it as a bit of a endurance builder. Timothy Tamont using it as a sightseeing tour of Rocky Mountains if you can't make it to Colorado. As Timothy, he's out of this. All is good, Timothy, all is good. But Aaron at the back here, he's just getting dropped ever so slightly. He's trying to get back on when the pace comes up. He's at 188 here, so Timothy is ripping the legs off of Aaron Starlin as he's trying to get back on. He sits good currently. If we bring down the scoreboard, Aaron is the preliminary leader of the racing out on track. He just needs to finish this one off to stay that way, but he's being chased down by Vanessa Murahan, and the bot patrol has got a new leader. And with how efficient Vanessa is, with how great Vanessa is, she's going to take the bot patrol to a new level. I mean, if you thought the bot patrol was fun to be with, Vanessa Murahan is just going to whip them all into action here. And it is Thomas and it is Nigel here at the back. Nigel, this is a bit like track dirty racing. You've got the engine ahead of you. Just say, go quicker, go quicker.
Yeah, no, it'd be quite good if Vanessa could just go a bit more, but she's sitting on 364, which is the maximum you can do on a keyboard.
I'm sure you can go quicker if you press harder. I mean, what Timothy told me, if you press, the harder you press, the quicker you go.
If you push the plus key, you get your power will go up, and then it will drop back down to 365 or 367.
I'll let you get back to it. I see you slightly dropping off. We got a good finish here with the 3-up racing. My money's on Thomas. I think Thomas might take this one here. He looks comfortable. If you see his heart rate, I mean, that's the lowest you can get. I mean, 0. He's got fresh legs for days. But as we continue the chat around the time, we've heard what Moti's going to Hawaii. Louise, what's the Christmas preparations like in your house, other than Christmas trivia?
So now with my almost 2-year-old daughter, we're gonna go back to making cookies for Santa, an onion for the Grinch, of course, and just waking up in the morning, have some good breakfast with the family, our extended family actually, grandma, aunts and uncles, great grandma.
Oh, even the family-in-law?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody.
Are you on the good side or the bad side? How are we dealing there? Is that good or is that bad?
Now, I'll say I'm on the good side. We're gonna have to ask my mother-in-law that.
Well, if you can get her on the stream, I will definitely ask her very thorough questions. I know there's also, by the way, a great answer, because if you did mention earlier that your wife watches back some of the streams, or when you ask her to, I mean, it's not exactly one you want to be sitting next to when it comes up. So, yeah. Sorry out there, I'm not trying to cause any trouble, but I'm glad to hear. What's the Christmas gift buying strategy for someone like you, Luis? Because for me, for the longest time, I would be like the day before, I would just panic buy. Are you a long-term prepper or are you an impulse buyer?
I like to think that I like to prepare, but to be honest, we still have a couple of people that we haven't bought any presents to.
Oh.
So maybe that puts me on the procrastinator side.
Well, it depends how important they are. How high are they on the org chart within the Soberanese family?
Well, this is one of those questions that I have to answer politically. My wife also knows who we haven't missed. So let's say that they're equal. It's equalized presents. Let's say that.
That is that is something I like to see in CVRcade World Cup. Equalized presence, equalized blocking. But well, thank you very much for the stories, Louise. Always good to have you here. It's always a pleasure hearing from everybody. But Aaron, what's happened? Did you blow a gasket?
Yeah, my left calf's starting to feel like it's about to cramp up.
What's your gear selection like? When you ride, how many gears do you have, etc.?
Oh, get blocked. I am. What? There's 3 in the front. There's low, high, and then there's a third one that's even higher that's not listed. I'm on that one, and then I'm all the way on 7. So the highest. Go.
So are you spinning or are you grinding? Because like the lower the cadence, the tougher it is. It's like doing higher reps. Is that something you're thinking about?
Well, I have to. The problem is with this bike, I have to be high cadence on the highest setting to keep up. So like, what am I right now? I'm only going 250, and I feel like my cadence isn't horrible compared to some of the people I see that are on smart trainers.
Any name drops?
And I have to spin up fast, so it's difficult, but I don't know. Maybe it'll make me better. Who knows?
Maybe next year we'll see Aaron starting with massive calves, massive just legs walking around like the Hulk. Well, I'll let you recover, Aaron. We got more racing coming up. But what this does mean, Jennifer, is that it's just you and Timothy up here. This is a strange alliance.
Yeah, I'm loving it because usually when you're drafting, you have to switch off. And right now, I'm just getting to draft.
So what you're saying, you're lazy.
Okay, he's on his keyboard. He was really lazy.
Wait, let's turn on Timothy's for that one. Timothy, any report back?
I was just about to defend Jennifer for being tactical, and then she drops that. Wow.
Timothy, I think it's because she wants a new T-shirt, and you're not giving it.
I mean, you guys are not giving it.
Well, it's not us! The chat wants you on the bike! We can't do it for you!
You do the giveaway?
Yeah, I gave away 10 Jesper points. I've done my duty. I mean, this is Christmas. Anyway,
Oh.
guys, you've got a group further back down. Are you afraid of Vanessa and her bot patrol?
Ooh, Vanessa and Nigel, yeah. But I know Jennifer still has her power up, so as soon as she sees me using them, she should use them as well and kick harder and then use the inertia. So we got this. Let's go.
Did you catch all that, Jennifer?
Yeah, I'm listening loud and clear.
Oh, there's your strategy. Let's go back and hear from Nigel. Nigel, I know Vanessa is listening in. There's strategies in the front. Are there strategies in the back?
Oh, just hang with Vanessa. Keep doing what you're doing, Vanessa. Thank you very much. You're going really well.
Christmas card will be in the mail.
Yeah, that's right. That's great.
so fun. Now, 12 seconds to the front. You beat Louise in the last zone here, Nigel. It's just Jennifer and Timothy on the front. Do you think you can take them?
Not sure. Jennifer's probably got her power-ups, so it's going to be hard. And Timothy can probably do a plus key sprint a long way out and hang in there.
We'll see. It'll be a good one as the Derny racing continues. We've got Normal Spring 371. Thank you so much for tuning in. Normal Spring says, I want to play. Is this Xbox or Wii? This is both Xbox and computer, PC. That's what I was trying to say. It's Xbox. It's a closed beta on Xbox and it's open beta on PC. So if you want to join us, Normal Spring, go to CVRcade.com, CVRcade.com, download it, get on board. If you want to be on Xbox, you have to apply on the website to be part of the beta that's happening currently on Xbox. So if you want to play and you have a keyboard, you can be like Timothy. If you have a bike, like Jennifer, then you can get involved as well. So several ways of getting involved. All you got to do is go to CVRcade.com and you can do as ModKG says in the chat. But here we go. The power-ups get deployed. Jennifer and Timothy as we get ready for the attack over the hill. Timothy doesn't quite have the power here. Now, Jennifer did say we should come to her in a most need here. Oh, then she uses inertia. That's almost cheating, Jennifer. I was going to come to you when you roll out sprinting.
Oh, I purposely did it there. Just kidding. I was following Timothy.
But
yeah,
now
I'm
you're on
still
your
very
own.
tired.
You've dropped Timothy.
Oh,
He's
I
not
know.
coming back.
But it's a downhill now, so I feel in the clear with Uncrashable. We've got this. Oh, okay, he's already coming back. We're gonna go.
Well, spirits are high, but in the meanwhile, Nigel Doyle is saying, you know what, I can do that too. And he's got a higher speed here, 63. He's got inertia, it locks your speed. Wait 1 second. Look at Moti Kelnia and the Cognition train here. Together on the audio widget, they've all got their strategies in order. They're trying a last second coup here. Louise, what was that power? What was that inertia?
Oh, he's trying to catch up to them. You had a little bit of a mishap there, but
We'll forgive you this time, Luis. I think Moti Bikilny might be more strict in the team debrief meeting afterwards. Moti, how would you rank that power of execution from your lieutenant? Oh, I think he's way concentrating to go back in. They're practicing. Sebastian, Luis, they're all chatting as we could hear the audio chat. I would listen in, but on the off fear that there may be some profanity, that there may be something. Now, I don't expect it from anyone, but when you are at 180, when you're at 193, like Jennifer Garcia is at the front. Jennifer, are you still confident, even on the downhill?
I think Timothy's helping me out again. I'm definitely dying. I'll say
You got
that.
6 more beats, now 5. There's plenty of beats left.
Okay. You're right, those 4 points, those 6 points.
I mean, all the
Yeah.
world sometimes between having a max and having further down, but it looks good. Meanwhile, Nigel Doyle is chasing on. Let's get a word here from Coach Timothy. Timothy, you are up against Nigel, who has many a times been racing against you. You are now taking over coach duties. How do you see this one panning out?
I think we got this without any, but we can't crash, so I think we got this. Just choosing optimal lanes here. Yeah, and I'll bring her to the finish. We got this.
I can see your
System.
heart rate is coming up. I mean, 87. Is Coach Timothy getting nervous?
No? Well, it's
Well-
not 180 like you on keyboards.
Oh, but that's because I get intense. I get competitive. I want to win, even if it's on a keyboard. But now
Yeah,
it's
it's-
coming down as well.
I
Normal
should keep my
spring-
heart rate monitor on for
Yeah,
when I'm
you-
playing COD.
You got it in the. Oh man, if you play Call of Duty with a heart rate strap, I am sure that if somebody peeks around a corner and you get surprised, yes, that will spike through the roof. I'll let you guys get back to it though, as we'll see the chase on from the MoTP Kelney clan here, as they're 360 no-scoping off the roof here, and so far they're only getting hit markers, but they're trying to get back on terms. We've got the chat on fire. You've got Normal Spring says, I filled out the form for Xbox One S. Thanks for the site link. Well, Normal Spring, I can't wait to see you in the game on Xbox. It's fun. This is a physical esport game. So you've got Super Marine Spitfire saying not because he's nervous. It's Timothy Tamont. He's off the front. He's got it in the back because Nigel Doyle 15 seconds back. Nigel, you gotta be careful. You have got a raging group of blue cognitions behind you.
I'll be fine. The Moddy's 12 seconds behind. I got 0.8 of a K. I'll be fine.
We'll see. MoTV Kelly, on the other hand, he is everything throwing into this. He wants to take the win. Sebastian too. They want to catch on back up in terms. Meanwhile, though, on the front, Jennifer Garcia, Timothy Tamont. Timothy, the lead out to the finish line. Jennifer was at 196 equalized heart rate, only 4 points away from the max score at the top of the heart rate meter, 200 that is. But looks like Timothy pulls over to the side. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the gigantic 0.5 scoring multiplier race is none other than Team CVR's Jennifer Garcia. Timothy Tamont finishes a hard-fought effort here with second place, so Coach Tamont can be proud of that one. Nigel Doyle, headband is slowly coming down here. You can tell maybe the nerves are hitting in. As 2 hours of racing, Nigel finishes strong. Sebastian Kuhn will cross over in fourth. Vanessa Murahan, the new queen of the bot patrol. I think Thomas will have a thank you letter in the mail. Not Tibbling, of course, but, well, you never know of Tibbling. Sounds like a nice guy. Louise slowly dying as he crosses the finish line. Good teamwork from Cognition, executing their strategies. We saw Old's kind of scent of the Pink Panthers back in the day with Timothy Tamont, Ben Shui Long, and Chris Pritchard. As we now get ready for 2 laps of fantastic Alien Sea. We're at the halfway point here in today's second zone of the day. If you've enjoyed it, please do click the follow button down below. Quentin, are you going to get involved? You can get on the bike. Both Quinton and Niels Heldens, Quinton Molinese, Niels Heldens are in the chat. You can get in on a keyboard. You can pick a rider. We should have some Derny competitions. We should have... Get on board, pick a rider, and try and help them to the victory. You get judged, you get the verdict of your abilities as a CVRcader, get chosen of how you can perform. So, in the chat right now, if you are a keyboarder, pick a name, pick somebody, you're going to try to help. And you get judged on the ability of the rider you help. As you've got Neil saying, I'm supposed to be studying, Jesper. You can always study another day as we watch the highlights here. Congratulations, Jennifer. That was Shades of Old as you took Rocky Mountain. That looked like quite fun.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't have done it without the help. Aaron was helping me in the beginning with the drafting, took a lot of it, and then obviously thanks to Timothy there at the end. Because my endurance is so poor, the drafting really, really helps me. So it was fun. That was a lot of fun. I was happy with that one.
That was a massive 0.5 of a scoring multiplier. Now you get to do it all again, Jennifer. Now, a conversation that was had earlier, this was Nigel Doyle's doing, so if you can turn on Nigel Doyle's audio just to hear his reaction. Since Frank isn't in the commentary booth, Nigel would like to know if your dad's ever done line dancing.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to answer this question. Not that I've seen, but I'm going to have to go with yes.
Nigel,
Oh, hey! I bet he's
He loves
probably
dancing.
really good.
He loves dancing. Yeah,
Well,
take
see,
him
there
out,
you
Nigel.
go.
Why not?
There you go. Nigel
Well,
Doyle's hunch came true.
Well, he's so competitive. I can imagine if Frank does it, he's got to do it. You know, not just, you know, amateur, you know, average. He'd have to do it really, you know, really good. Oh,
Now-
I'm impressed.
Mod KG, if there's any video evidence of this, I'm sure the community would love to see. That'd be a great Christmas present to all of us. But Jennifer, as we've went around and you heard what Louis is doing, Moti's doing. What are your plans for Christmas?
We're switching it up this year. Every year, I've gone back to Arizona to see my family, and this year they're coming to Oregon to visit me, which I am very grateful for. So definitely showing them around this beautiful state this Christmas. So we'll see if there's snow. I doubt it, but there's better hope here than in Arizona.
What's there to do in Oregon?
Oh my gosh, literally anything. You can go to the coast. It's a few hours from Portland. You can go to the mountains. That's right, like Mount Hood's right by where I'm at. Really anything you want to see, you can do here. So maybe some line dancing mixed in there.
Oh God! Meanwhile, you were saying that Victor was saying loads of trees. So not sure to make of that comment,
Yes.
and I'll leave that there. But thank you, Jennifer. I want to go back. I want to gossip with Nigel because that's fun. Nigel, line dancing Frank Garcia. Like, how high do we think he got? Do you think he got to like state level?
I don't know. I think he'd be pretty good. Can't imagine him being average. It'd have to be, you know, good. Anyway, I need to catch up with these guys.
I'll let you get
you're
back
putting me
in.
off, Jesper.
Sorry,
I'm getting
Nigel.
left behind.
But you can't drop a bombshell like that. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk it all the way through here. But Aaron, while the whole line dancing shenanigans was happening, what happened to you?
I don't know. My left leg is not feeling good right now. It just popped like 8 times in a row, every pedal. So I'm just trying to cool down a little bit because something doesn't feel right. So I don't really want to push myself and hurt myself. So
Just take care of yourself. Use a light gear. I saw the great responsibility and thought, oh, that was a bold strategy, but all makes sense. I'll let you get back to it. Quinton, though, in the meanwhile, has joined the game, and Quinton is in for the Derby racing, or Derny racing. So Derny racing in track is when you have a motorcycle, or it's like an electrically powered motorcycle that teams up with a physical powered bicycle. So a rider who's on a bike and a person who's on a motorcycle, and it's the job of the rider, the cyclist, to tell the Derny rider, the motorcycle rider, to go quicker. And at the end, it's whatever physical rider that crosses the line first that wins. And so Quinton has chosen his champion, the latest addition to Team Cognition, Homer Thompson. Timothy, are you sticking with Jennifer Garcia, or would you like to make a trade?
I'm dropping back for somebody. Whoever gets on my wheel, we'll catch him.
Oh,
We'll catch
open
him.
season on Timothy Tamont, but who's the better lead-out man, Quinton or Timothy of Team Cycling Hub? Still yet to see Niels Heldens in here, but I'm sure he'll be around. Luis Soberanese is back here with Sebastian. This is a Cognition group ride with a few other teams getting involved here. As Luis goes down, he slides out. Those words won't be repeated here on the stream. Good, the microphone wasn't open. You got Moti in the kit. If you try and count there, is that a 2, 4? That's like a 10-pack on Moti Pikelny. So we knew Moti was strong, but if you look on there, you can see absolutely shredded Moti Pikelny getting some help here from Vanessa Morahan. So the champions have been chosen. You've got Jennifer Garcia, though. She's using great responsibility, but somehow not going very fast. Are you slamming on the brakes, Jennifer?
Well, yeah, I wanted it so I didn't have to pedal for a second.
Well,
and
you
I think I
succeeded.
slid a little bit too hard.
But yeah,
Yeah,
she
I
didn't
did
get
succeed in
very
that,
far
so-
with great responsibility.
Almost, I guess.
Now,
Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
Sebastian shows how it's done. Timothy was there for a second, but as
I know. Oh.
somebody's trying to cheer you on in the background, but it doesn't seem to be working for Fantastic Alien C. Homer Thompson, Quinton Molinese, they're off the front. They're working it. Both are not on the stream. We've got Nils in the chat saying, I can't eat M&Ms and race on keyboard. Well, if we can just show you something, sorry, Nils, you can have Skittles and race on keyboard. Your issue is M&Ms. If you had Skittles, it'd be possible, but Homer Thompson crashes down. That leaves an opportunity for Sebastian Kuhn, his teammate, to come on through. Moti Pikilny also further down. Timothy, what's happened to your champions? I mean, you were a coach, Timothy,
I don't know.
and now you're just...
I'm waiting for Jennifer, but it can't. Come on, Jennifer. Homer just crashed. We can still do this.
The lack of compressing what's happening out there, trying to process the news. Like, where's Jennifer? Well, it doesn't seem to be working out, Timothy, just yet. But I mean, maybe it's time to choose a new champion.
No. We ain't trading here.
Oh, you're staying loyal.
Let's go. Of course. Come on, Jennifer.
Timothy's getting back up. You got Quentin, you got Sebastian, you've got Moti, you've got Louise. Moti with a bit of a block on Jennifer near the back. Well executed as we start the second lap of Fantastic Alien Sea. And as Jennifer tries to come on through, Moti blocks once, he blocks twice, and Louise just saves it in the nick of time there. As you can see how close it was. I mean, that is either how close he was to crashing or how much is left of the Christmas buying budget of the season as he is coming on through. He did crash earlier in the day here in Fantastic Alien Sea, but now he starts his ascent towards the top again. Quentin, your great responsibility here. And yes, definitely no friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here. With great responsibility comes great power, or however way that saying goes. Regardless, doesn't quite succeed in the end for Louise. See if Moti can get back on terms with the front. Moti, are you still chatting with the guys on audio widget? Oh, yes. I think we can hear Louise's breathing through Moti's microphone, which adds to a whole nother dimension here when the microphone through Moti is better than Louise's own personal one. So maybe that's how we're going to conduct Louise's interviews going forward. But make sure, chat, you've been here for a while. Some of you have been here for longer. Give us some questions in the chat. You can help out. You know, ask the racers something you've been burning to ask them. As, yeah, I know, Super Marine. I know, Nils. Nils says, I am dog sitting a golden retriever next week. Well, have fun with that. Nigel is working his way back up as he's got Moti in his sights. In the last zone, they went head to head as Nigel got the upper hand again in this zone. If we can bring down the scoreboard, you'll see in a second that Nigel will jump up into third spot here as, second place, overtaking Jennifer Garcia, which will be very important coming into mountain bike by Jesper here in this nice casual group ride that everyone is treating like it's the finale of the CVRcade World Cup Season 2. Now, you have never really CVRcaded until you've ridden a ride or a race with your teammates and you've heard their breathing through Discord. You don't really know your teammates until you've heard them relentlessly just letting out all that CO2 straight into either Discord or the in-game audio widget. Quentin Molyneux is getting back on terms. He is currently the Derny champion, but I don't know if he chose Homer prior to the racing or he chose Homer during the racing. And if it's the latter, I mean, it's kind of convenient. But Quentin is great. So what we've seen Quentin do Tuesday, what we've seen him do Thursday, is by no luck he is one of the greatest caters in the game, because Country Rally with greater responsibility, he rocked it like it wasn't even close. And now again we saw later on, I do see we got Aaron back in. Ooh, Quentin puts on a bit of a block here, and Sebastian and Homer both get rubber banded back. So we'll catch the finish here. I think Sebastian wants to come around, and Quentin, oh, he misses the block. Sebastian Kuhn if he was in the stream right now, we know what he'd be doing. He'd be bunched over the bike. He'd be doing this. We've seen it done before on Saturn. And Sebastian Kuhn, when you've got an eye on the win, that's when you go out and you take it. Sebastian wins. Quentin and Homer will fight for secondary positions. But Homer wins because he's part of Cognition. And Nigel Doyle. Nigel, you've got Moti coming up behind you. This is going to be a close finish. Oh!
What?
Oh,
I'm there.
well, you went
That
down,
didn't
Nigel.
translate.
I think bring it up on the replay for a second. We'll get Nigel's play-by-play of his own crash. Nigel, we've got it on the replay. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's one of the longer replays here. Just gotta get to it first. But Nigel, you look so good. All you had to do was not crash.
Yeah, I just had to finish. Oh, mate.
The pressure. We've got it up on the replay now. You're coming through the corner. I'm not sure what happened.
No.
Did you
I
press?
mean, I was just sort of.
Did you?
I was feathering the brake. Was all I was doing.
Well, I think you may have found a secret power-up for Season 2. The Crash Yourself power-up. The Eat Concrete. It's finally made its way into the game, Nigel. Excellent beta testing, but good racing.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, mate.
Sorry for coming to you in the most interesting moment, but we had to. We'll come back to you as the highlights are running now on the screen. As you can see, Aaron, at the corner of your eye, fly through with greater responsibility. Sebastian is currently leading. You got Jennifer in second, Nigel in third, despite his crash. Louise in fourth, and now we've got just about a minute left of the highlights, and then we'll enter the last race of the day. It's also the last race, I believe, of the CVRcade World Cup after party. Who will get the opportunity to pop, you know, the bubbles at the end? Who will be able to stand on top of the podium and shower everybody else? We will see if that'll be Sebastian Kuhn of Cognition, Jennifer Garcia of Team CVR, Nigel Doyle, CCC, even Luis Soberanis has got a chance to come on back. This attempt to block by Quinta was good. Sebastian comes through. Good racing all around here for the last day. Let's see. Jennifer, you're currently sitting second. I know it's a group ride, but how badly do you actually want to take this win?
I want it. I'm tired. I let my coach down. Yeah, I'm going to try to go as hard as I possibly can on this one. But again, and as everyone knows with the endurance, there's only so much I can do. Madi was putting in the, when he was putting in the blocks on the last one, when I was going in for that drafting, which was really good tactic. So I'm going to have to put some blocks in myself on this one and see what happens.
So, are you talking about Coach Timothy or the coach right next to you right now? Because both sound very unhappy.
Yes, Lilac is very upset with my previous performance. As you can see, just getting more amped up. Like,
I think she's trying to say, don't crash, use the power-ups correctly, and don't make mistakes. I mean, that is fluent doggish.
Yes, I'm glad you can understand her. For sure.
Well, I'll let her do the rest of the pep talk in here. I think I'm no longer needed in here. She's doing an excellent job on her own. But just for the time being, we'll cut to the Timontinator. Timothy, Coach Timothy, taking on a new role today. What's it been like to have this sort of dirty racing?
Oh, real fun. But Jennifer, you just ride your own race. I'll do the blocking. Don't worry about it.
I'll do. Oh, can we please get? I don't know if Moti's. I think Moti's talking to the team. Let's go to Luis because Luis has got me in. Luis, I'm not sure if you can hear, but the blocking seems to be on. Is Cognition taking on the gauntlet?
Well, yeah, I'm learning from the master, Timothy. Actually, on Thursday, I did block him, and that was intentional. So I'm trying to get better at it, just to use in situations where it's needed. So, you know.
Well, it is needed. right now. So we're gonna bring it. Welcome to the Block Olympics. Now everybody, it's fair game. Whatever happens here will be forgiven come the end of the day. But let's see, everybody bring their best gameplay, bring their best blocking cleats here as they get ready. I'm not sure we've still got Aaron on the stream. He's sitting down. Aaron, this is alternative.
Yeah, I figured if I was cramping up, I could just.
Oh, nice try. nice try. It's a bit
Yeah, it
like
worked a
playing
little
Halo, Call of Duty. I mean, this is like, you gotta get your kill streak.
Yep, I think I can catch back up. Put down 1400 watts. Like it's nothing, so.
If only CVRcade was this easy when you're actually physically riding.
I know, I need to set it up so it looks like I'm doing this on the bike.
Oh, that is next level. That if you are on the bike, meanwhile, like behind your back, you've got a controller going on. I mean, if you can engineer that, you are a genius. But I'll let you concentrate as homework goes down. The Block Olympics are on. Timothy is in the front. He's got Nigel Doyle behind him. You can see the intense stare by Timothy. He's got his prey in his sights here. He's got Nigel Doyle 2 seconds behind him. As I'm not sure that look. Coming into Castro corner, he's trying to force a mistake. Aaron goes down. Quentin comes on through. Nigel, you're a haunted man here. You've got Timothy Tamont, you've got Quentin Molyneux. They're both coming for you.
Bring it.
Oh, famous last words. I think Nigel Doyle's in for quite an experience here on 7 laps of mountain bike by Jesper. If we bring down the scoreboard, you'll see that Sebastian is still leading, but that is for the time being. He's only, well, it's just changed, 14 points ahead of Nigel. Jennifer has gone out of the leaderboard, but I think there's some blocking going on behind down here as it's throwing around, but you can see Jennifer 190 heart rate once more, so definitely going hard. What's happening, Jennifer?
Oh my god. I'm hurting. I tried to sprint out of it, and I just had to stop pedaling. I think I'm going to have to take this one easy. And I definitely need to do the bot challenge, I think.
If you're quick enough, you can jump off, get on the controller, get back in, and no one would know the difference.
Yeah, and I can do all the blocking from the lap riders. That would be evil.
That would be funny. I'll let you decide how to pull that off, if to pull that off. But in the meanwhile, Coach Tamont here on the front. You can see him concentrating with the stare of doom. This is good fun. He's got Nigel. This is some practice for Season 2 and the gameplay mechanics, as this does allow further back down. Luis Soberanese is trying to go on to the attack. They've got Aaron in front of them, who is just casually hitting 1400 equalized watts, as you do. But he's offering a bit of sheltering here, a bit of support to Team Cognition. They've got Sebastian winning, but only by 1 point ahead up here towards the top. Wait, everybody! Oh my goodness, we've got them back! Afloat Fish 70702 is back in the stream. I have been waiting. I have been waiting for you. I've got the chat open this entire time. Afloat, I was almost going to give you detention for missing roll call, but even if you're an hour and a half late, you are here. Glad to see you in here. And we've also got Blaze Panda. You guys, where you been? We've got great streaming here. Thank you for coming back into the stream. Make sure... remember guys, we've got another race again on Tuesday, so good to see you back. King Caden is in here as well. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining the broadcast. You're catching the pointy end of the last after party of this year's CVRcade World Cup. Racing will resume, I believe, on Tuesday, as we get back into the swing of things, get warming up for the next season, I think, as Nigel, Timothy find themselves in the front. Timothy needs a bit more of an advantage to take first spot overall here, because Sebastian Kuhn has enough of an advantage. So the metronome, as Frank Garcia likes to call him, is off the front here. But you've got your leading rider on the road on the left. You can see him hard at work, barely breathing. He is just going hard in here. And you've got Nigel Doyle on the right. Nils Heldens, aka Supermarine Spitfire, says Jesper can remember people's mixer names, but not my birthday. Of course, your birthday is that day, Nils. I remember it's once every year, and it always comes at the right time. It's never late, so it's perfect. I mean, can always remember it. Oh my god, I mean, how come the perfect trio all enter the chat at the same time? I've got a question. Tide Butt Hairs, where have you been? Blaze Panda, where have you been? Afloat Fish, where have you been? But I'm glad to see you back. Welcome back in, guys. It wouldn't be a CVRcade World Cup stream without the fantastic three. Not sure that's how it goes, but they are back into the broadcast. Good to see you in here as Nigel is working. Nigel, you're 1 point off Timothy Tamont as it currently stands. It's you versus the machine. Will the human win or will the machine win?
He's going to be hard to pull back.
Oh, he's going to fatigue eventually. I mean, he's holding very consistent watts.
Yeah. I think if it was a couple of lap race, a physical rider would have the advantage because you can do higher watts and hold them for longer. But over a long one like this, I think the keyboards got the advantage.
Well, with the headwind as well, it doesn't exactly help. I'll let you get back and concentrate. Maybe Quinton will help you out, maybe he won't. Meanwhile, Moti, a lap ahead here. I think he's having a bit of fun, so being lapped out on course, he's helping out his team, he's helping out some of the riders, so side by side. By the way, Kincaiden, I did see your questions. Leonardo and Benjamin, stack it in the corner. Is Jonathan ever gonna do another race? In all caps. Yes, I think he is. As Moti and Timothy here, the two riders. We saw this in Echelon in the grand finale, having a bit of fun. He's trying to bring back Nigel. Nigel's been overtaken by all the keyboard riders. So Timothy is in for a world of hurt. If he actually physically rode and he was helping the giveaway of a jersey here as Quinton comes on by and Moti and Timothy. Timothy, you seem to be a marked man here by Moti. What have you done to deserve this?
I mean, even on keyboard he can't do it, so... Oh.
But I see your heart rate has risen to 102, so
yeah,
the pressure's
indeed it
on
does.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
there
him!
you go.
Oh,
he tried, he
Moti's
tried.
reaction was brilliant as well. We didn't quite catch it. A float face says, do you remember me? Of course I did. Blaze Panda is back as well as Moti fortunately blocks his teammate there. Timothy has been passed. Meanwhile, on the front, we've got Quinton versus Aaron. Aaron, is this the first time you've been in the lead or in the chance of a lead at the fourth race?
No, I think one time I did, but I also skipped maybe 1 or 2 races before that. So I guess I skipped 2 races before this too. So yeah, it's not really good for me.
Oh, you're in there.
But,
you're working on your endurance somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, my pushing down on this trigger is really, really tiring. So
I think we need to add a change to your name. We need some like X's before the name, some X's after the name. Like we need to match the whole Xbox feel. But you've got the advantage. You're on a controller here as you go up against Quinton. I will let you concentrate. Just don't make a mistake. And I think you've got this one in the bag. Meanwhile, Nigel Doyle's come on through, and now Sebastian Kuhn is winning. Sebastian is back. Nigel needs to catch one more rider, and he will take it. Thank you, by the way, Afloat Fish, for your nice words, and thank you, Mutt KG, for keeping the chat active and alive. Boomer, oh, that's a brilliant name. 4547 says this is cool. This is in fact cool. Let's ask Nigel. Nigel, how cool is this? Sorry, it's too good, Nigel. I couldn't resist. He's on the last straight here. He's at 189. Quinton does crash. I think Nigel, oh, never mind. Sebastian has passed Louise, which I think gives Sebastian the win regardless. So further down, Sebastian needs to get overtaken, but he's only got teammates behind him except for Jennifer Garcia and Vanessa Morahan. So Sebastian wins the second Omnium of the day. In the chat, by the way, Nils has got the best name for Aaron. It should be XXX underscore Aaron underscore the lad, well, dot the lad, slash XXX. Quentin, though, is suffering from severe last corner syndrome. Not sure if that is ever something that will go away, or maybe it can work on over time. Moti, great racing today. He had some fun. Jennifer Garcia towards the end. Some legs were giving out there, but all good and fun as we're working towards season 2. As Boomer thinks Nigel is very cool. Of course you would. Of course you would. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. We've got all the highlights and talking to some of the riders coming up. This is the end of the CVRcade World Cup after party. We've had Tuesday be fun. We've had Thursday be fun. Now Saturday is the last day of this. There'll be more next week. You can participate in the track building competition that's currently going on. You can participate in Moti Pikelny's bot competition, bot challenge as well, as King Caden calls this, active people versus couch potatoes. Yes, that was kind of the name of the game today out on track. Let's hear, Nigel, I'm sorry for coming to you in the time where you were hurting the most, but you kept it cool.
Oh, yeah, right.
As we see the guns one more time. Oh.
Yeah.
All that camera equipment. If only, Nigel, going forward, you should try and carry it with your legs. If you walk around, just around your legs, maybe you'll get bigger, you get stronger.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If you want to get stronger on a bike, you got to ride your bike.
True. Amen. Right words there from Nigel Doyle. We've got some more did Joe raise. Joe who, Nils? Joe who? But you've got Blaze Panda asking, Jesper, do you know who Delaney is? Yes, so me, Christian Eriksson, and Thomas Delaney, we've all got a WhatsApp group chat. We chat regularly. We all, we catch up. I'm like, Thomas, how's the injury going? How you good? You're back? Eriksson, I know you're in your contract year. You going to be playing for Tottenham next year? It's all good. It's all fun as we see the highlights on here. Boomer's in there as well. Nigel, have you just spoken to? Timothy, the chat likes it. Couch Potato is a new nickname. Do you think he'll stick around?
Sure, why not? I really lost that due to Modi. So they actually succeeded today in the blocking, so kudos to them.
Wow, it's always a first for something there, but it looked like it was a lot of fun. Both you and Moti's faces.
Oh, definitely, but deep down, I wrote it down, so don't worry about it. It's coming back.
You gotta be careful. And on that note, let's see, Moti, if he can hear us. Moti, the block control were on there. Not even sure what else to call it. It looked like quite a bit of fun between you and Timothy.
I think it's better when the person behind yells it out because...
Oh, never mind. We can hear Sebastian, the destroyer, in the background. We'll let him do it. Blaze Panda says, you're funny, Jesper. No, you're funny. You're funny, Blaze. King Kane says, I don't have this game, but you should. It's free to play. You can download it right now. CVRcade.com. CVRcade.com. Luis, we didn't get a chance to hear from your team captain, but how did you enjoy the Block Olympics? Oh. I think Cognition, they are taking this to the nth degree. They're making sure that their coffee ride is ending at the cafe here as they're figuring out who's going to pay for the bill. We've had 3 cakes. We've had 3 coffees. And we're going to go back. We're going to have another 3 carrot cakes. But who is going to take the bill? That's what we're really figuring out. Should we put all the cards in the middle or just Moti's? Yes, it'll be Moti's. But as we make our way down and forth is Jennifer. Jennifer, back here after party finishes. Was it just the endurance in the end, or what happened on mountain bike?
Yeah, it's the endurance. This actually happened. The exact same thing happened to me. I think it was in one of a couple weekends ago in one of the big races. I think this was the last course, and the exact same thing happened where it was the 4th race, and I went out to go really hard in the beginning, and I just couldn't keep up after that. I know since I've been in school, I've only been able to race literally 3 days a week for the hour that the stream is on, and I think now I'm going to be able to race, if not every day, for long periods at a time on days that I do. So I think I'm actually going to be able to build that. I'm hoping. But we'll see, I guess, in the next season.
I was gonna say, watch out, everybody! Once the endurance comes up for you and Aaron, you'll be something to watch for. What's in store for 2020? Anything exciting?
A lot of the same sprinting and a lot more endurance. Yeah, I guess just trying to get more involved in the community. I know it's been really hard since my dad has been, out from his surgery. He was a really great teammate, and I think it's so true. Like I hear on the podcast all the time, it's all about teamwork in this game at this point. And I think our team is struggling a little bit with that, especially with kind of like the leader to our team gone. So hopefully, we're seeing a lot of like changes in teams, and I would always stay loyal to mine, but hopefully like we can recruit some more people, or my dad will get back on the bike and we can get better at those team dynamics. So that's what I'm hoping for next season.
I like how there's like 365 days in 2020 and you're thinking, yes, endurance will come up, the sprinting ability, maybe the teams, and I'll forgive you since you did mention the awesome podcast. Thank you for making the stream good today, and congratulations on the Rocky Mountain win. That was fun to watch. Then finishing it off here, I know I'd really love to go and hear from Moti or from Luis before they head off, but I think they're so busy. We'll try one more time. Moti, are you able to hear me?
Another question I have is...
Oh, never mind. I can hear Homer Thompson in the background. Oh, there's 366 days. Well, there's another day we can race in 2020 on the platform. Oh, it's a leap year. Well, anyone who's... got their birthday on, the 29th of February, they'll be happy as they can turn a year older. But thank you so much for watching. A Blaze Panda, King Caden, Floating Fish, Tide Butt Hairs. You still, by the way, have the best name I've ever seen on Mixer. However, that came through the control check. I should check my contact at Microsoft so I can steal your name while you're not looking. But thank you so much. Make sure, guys, because... you guys are the reason we do this. You're the reason Sebastian, Nigel, maybe not Sebastian, their Cognition are too busy fighting over who's going to pay for the carrot cake to join in the overall presentation. But if you are enjoying what you're watching, a Floatface, King Caden, Hey DJ, etc., a Blaze Panda, if you haven't already clicked the follow button, that will go a long way. I know so many people pressed F when I said pay your respects. That's not what I meant, but thank you. You can click the follow button as well. You can just type out the rest of the letters. And then if you want to get involved, you can do physically or non-physically. You saw Aaron sitting down today. Timothy Tamans, he probably gained more calories than he burned today on the platform. And so if you want to get involved in that way, and you've got a rider, you want to help out Jennifer, you want to help out Nigel, you want to help out somebody, all you've got to do is get on the platform, pick non-physical, and you can ride with the best or the rest. It's really up to you. You can join teams, you can have fun. Well, on that note, everybody, the highlights are running out, I can see. My name has been CVRcade, or it still is, as always. Hope you've enjoyed it, because having the chat open is not something we all always do, but it's refreshing. I think we'll do it more going forward, because it's fun to interact with you guys, and you bring some awesome vibes to the stream. Thank you very much for watching. If I don't see you guys again before Christmas, well, first of all, shame on you. We're going to be live at least 3 more days before Christmas, twice a day for 3 days, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But if I don't see you, and if I don't see you before New Year's either, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May 2020 be the best you can be. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. But no, Beth, your goes crashing down. Termination, the suffering, the ability to... And she's unleashed everything in this attack. See just how much that win means to him. All the marvels. Kayla versus Allison, and to the line. Kayla Laguna takes the victory.